My name is Ashutosh Singh, and today we are going to discuss about Docker and containers. Containers are really much in demand these days in every single application platform deployment. Okay, how we are going to use container in day-to-day life and specifically in software development lifecycle model. Okay, so in this particular lecture, what we are going to learn that I am gonna share with you all. So as you can see here, introduction to Docker and containers, application transformation, microservices introduction, and container history. Okay, I will be helping you with the labs and everything in future section, but let's start with the beginning. Okay, so basically, to understand Docker and containers, let me go through this PDF so that you can understand in much detailed way. Okay, I want to introduce myself as well here. So this is some information about me. I'm a corporate trainer, founder of Ad Hoc Networks, and currently working as CTO at Techinest and LNB. So how this container came in picture in this word, to understand this thing, we have to understand the old model. You can see there here in the slide that people used to deploy application in their traditional way in the back by using the monolithic approach. What is that monolithic approach? If you want to understand that term, let me use my slide or writing pad to give you that idea. So basically, let's say in the past time, if I have some physical server, in this physical server, all my applications, let's say my web server, my database server, my API server, every single thing will be running on this bare metal. Okay, so simply, if I'll be using a hardware and I have to set up all my web application, so that will be set up entirely here. What is the problem in this model? The problem is, let's say, if you need to increase the resources of a database, then unwillingly it is also increasing web server resources and API server. Okay, and if anything wrong happened with your hardware or your operating system, entire application is going to crash or getting down. So what is the better way? The better way is these days implementation of the same thing using microservices. Microservices, although it's a very big term, but just to understand, dividing all the big application into most smaller component so that individual term like here you can see individual term like your web server, your database, your API server can be categorized and divided into smaller application. How this will be working, this thing will be looking in near future. Okay, so for example, if I'm going down and how we are modernizing, how we are doing this modern application deployment. So you can assume here, this is entirely your one hardware where your application component 1, 2, 3, 4, and they all are bounded here. Meaning, if the hardware failure is going to happen, you are going to face a huge downtime. And if even there is some problem with this particular thing, so you'll be facing the same. What is modern approach? That means breaking down application into separate entities and terms with the help of Docker and container. That is your microservices thing, meaning these are individual component but we put in the past days as one physical server. Now we are using individual component will be running in a separate container, in a separate environment, so that you can customize, troubleshoot, scale, anything like that. Okay, in future section we'll be understanding these things in much detailed way, but how we will be understanding and how we will be deploying this, that's where we need to understand the container technology. Okay, so if I go down a little more, container technology is popular these days with the help of Docker technology, because Docker is the one who given an open source solution for this word. Okay, although as you can see here, containers started in 2004 by Solaris, Then 2008, likewise 13, and these days we are using number of providers. So if I want to make you understand what exactly containers are, so let me help you right here. Okay, so for example, if I have some application, let's say this is my application, and that application is written in Java platform. Okay, application is written in specifically, let's say, Java platform. All right, Java platform. Generally, if I want to test and run this application, I don't need to use bare metal these days. Bare metal means one single physical machine. Or I don't need to use virtual machine also. Why is that? Because this bare metal and virtual machine is going to contain an operating system first. One operating system like Windows, Linux, and Mac, they have number of libraries, and those libraries is exactly not required by Java. So what we need some customized platform where only related libraries and application supported things will be there. That's where container comes in picture. So simply, containers are nothing. Containers are runtime environment that can have only those application platform that is really required for your application. Let's say I have a .NET application or I have a Python application. I need only that platform that can give me .NET and Python support. Apart from this, I don't need anything. The reason being because application developer is going to write the code in their own platform or lab. When we want to test it, we deploy it, we need very fast platform like containers. Okay, so what exactly containers are? They are customizable runtime platform to test and ship and deploy your application. Don't worry about these terms. We will be understanding what is container, what is shipping, what is everything in near future. Right now in the market, we have number of platform who can provide containers for us. Okay, who can provide containers for us, but the one we will be discussing about is Docker. Okay, that's it for this lecture. Join me soon for the next thing so that we can understand container in a much better way and go with the next thing. Thank you so much.